It's always a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. I was going to see one of your shows. I think you were in Delaware or Ocean City, Maryland. I was going to go to that show. Something happened. I didn't. But, man, what a year it's been for you.
It's been pretty hectic.
And the thing is, you've had success for a long time as a Texas artist. And I love what you told me a few years ago when I guess you signed with Warner and you were going to go, quote-unquote, mainstream. And you said, listen, I'm going to do my music. If it works on radio, great. If it doesn't, fine. But you know what? It's working on radio now.
It's working pretty good. Isn't that funny?
So how does it feel now a few years into this different journey than maybe the first part of your career?
It feels the same but different. It's the same path, just a little different avenue. And I stood by what I told you. You know, I mean, we didn't pick Till You Can't because we thought it was the H word. You know, the big hit.
Yeah, right.
Everybody, because I think you pigeonhole yourself. You're like, you know, I got to get a number one. Because that's what's going to define my career. Man, look, I love my job. I don't do anything else as good as I do this. To me, it's why I was born. Like, I can't live without music. I can't live without performing that music. So, that being said, it's like, I'm already winning. You know, everybody's like, which CMA award do you think you're going to win? And I'm like, I have not thought about that once. I'm nominated 4 times, and I'm getting to play on national television. Like, I already win. I win.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you keep that mindset, you don't really notice the difference between grinding it out in the honky-tonks and the bars, and you're in a van and trailer and you have no money, and now you're 3 buses touring all over the country and all over the world. It doesn't feel that different. You're just going to work, and you're trying to please the people that are giving you a job, which is the fans, the people who listen to you, the people who listen to me. That's why we do it, right?
Well, Till You Can't, I think, not that you're worried about this, but it seems like everybody that I've talked to, and we've done all these little industry meals with all the big wigs, quote unquote, trying to get the H's. Either because people are trying to get that, but still. But
Don't cut that. Don't cut that.
But everybody feels that Till You Can't was and is the single of the year. I know you're not into commercialism. You like it. You'll accept the money, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, was there a bigger hit? I mean, I know Cole came late in the year, and he's got a real big hit on the radio right now. But, I mean, Till You Can't define the year. For being such a big star in the Southwest, that's got to be kind of mind-numbing to you to now have the biggest song in all of the format.
You know, that song deserved to be heard, though. I think lyrically, the things in that, the lyrical content of that song needed to be heard, especially after everything that the world's been through from 2020 on out. It needed to hear, you know, apologize, tell somebody you love them, just, you know, take the chances while we're here. Those things need to be said. Now, in the studio, I'm not going to lie that me and Trent Willman, my producer, my engineer, Jack Clark, that have done all my records, we kind of all looked at each other and we're like, this feels really huge. Like, this feels really big. And so in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah. And it was a unanimous decision of you know, the 5 or 6 people that I keep around me that I will bounce the ideas off of before I make my decision. It was unanimous Till You Can't, first single. And, you know, I just think that's divine intervention. The song needed to be heard, therefore it made itself what it is.
You know, the one thing that I was always amazed with the first time I went to Texas after your initial success, I don't know how long ago this was, it's incredible how Texas radio works. CODY Johnson and George Strait are played like every 4 songs. I'm like, who is CODY Johnson? This is years ago, of course. And then, of course, I found out, and now you're doing this. And real quick, your latest single, Human, completely different than the first one, doing real well, and that shows all the different sides you've got.
You know, there was a few songs we could have picked, and I was the one that really advocated Human. And when the question was raised, like, why this song? Because we are getting a chance to be playlisted. We are getting a chance to be on radio now. We are getting a chance to CMT awards, CMA awards. We're reaching new people that I have worked my entire life to reach. So let's tell them who I am. And when you hear Human, you not only know exactly who I am inside and out, but I think you relate a little bit to it too.
And human is another H word. Ladies and gentlemen, CODY Johnson, the self-proclaimed King of Texas.